Hello, hello everybody. Chris Wood here. After 3.5 years of being injured, deformed, skull split, lung damaged, kidney damage, body mutilations, medical treatment refusals, medical discriminations, by criminal negligent co-committing crime cover-up doctors with and for Lennox and Annington, Ontario Provincial Police, Spencer Mills 14716. Ex-chief years 2019, staff sergeants years 2019 and 2021. Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Stacy, mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, and are now Kingston, and Shelley Hafner. Human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, false arrest, kidnapping, sodomy, sex assault, criminal stalking, identity theft with the intent to frame and murder as wanted, harbored, sex offender, pedophile, William Bill Waldridge, 149 Centre Street North, Napanee, Ontario, harbored inmate. He is a pedophile, sex slavery trafficker, was stalking children daily at Tim Hortons, was stalking my mother, was calling my mother mom, and also was using remote neural monitoring on her, causing her tumors, causing her cancer, causing her death, was with intent. I have been brain injured, I have been skull split, and there is not a damn thing I've been able to do about it. I am the victim of revenge retaliation for speaking up O.P.P. crimes, the human homeless trafficking, and the Morningstar, or the human homeless trafficking and the homeless exploitation for monetary gain, using charitable means to do it and get away with it. I have what is called remote neural monitoring use on me. It is police and military tech. It's a nano microchip implant. It is designed to be attached to the central nervous system for illegal invasive surveillance and also to destroy a person's body internally. This has been in use since the 60s, and a lot of people are not aware of it, and I have it being used on me criminally. This is how I am going through my identity theft and my identity changes, which I have been showing and proven on a daily basis. The ones responsible for this is is William Bill Waldridge, 149 Centre Street North, Napanee, Ontario. Bald, glasses, goatee sometimes, and approximately 72, 73 years old. Tyler Teabag, Lake, Jason Two Step, Gimpy, Van Alstyne, Blair, rapist, drug trafficker, drug lacer, Hardy. He and my mother are the ones that are guilty of stalking my mother and causing her death. So, and it was done December 20th, 2020. I spoke of police crimes and I became a victim, and there is not a damn thing I've been able to do about this. My legal rights, my medical rights, my human rights have been taken from me. I am the victim of identity theft, identity changes, which I have shown and proven, false arresting, arrest refusals, being surrounded, hands on guns, and a whole lot more. I have 3.5 years of proof of this, by whom, how, and why, and me talking about it and showing it, being kidnapped 24 hours after asking for help. May 27, 2021, where Shelley Hafner had my blood and my piss stolen, and then she conveniently left after finding out what she did, kidnapping me through false pretenses of incompetency, and that was to get me kept to shut me up. And they got my blood and my piss. Everything they have everything they need for this identity theft, for the forgeries, framings, and frauds against me. Prints, signatures, everything. And it's not above or below the police named. They're using remote neuromonitoring for illegal invasive surveillance, and they're also using it for passing it around, giving this to pedophiles to use on children as well. So beware of this. And sex offenders are using this shit on adults as well. Beware of this. They are also using this for financial thefts and frauds as well, because of it involves invasive surveillance. And like I said, this is how I'm going through my identity theft and changes. And the ones mostly doing it is right now Tyler Lake and Jason Van Alstyne. These are the ones involved. As Bert and Maggie. That's right. Human trafficking can happen in any community, and it's happening here under unsuspecting eyes and noses, and it's just not a female crime. It happens to men as well. And I am 50 years old, and I am a human trafficking victim by police. I was sold to this piece of shit for my identity theft and my homicide. And that is good old Blair Hardy. He used to drive a white Mercedes a couple years ago. Now bald, glasses, goatee, approximately 73 years old. That's Billy Waldridge, 149 Center Street North. That's Tyler Lake. He needs to be found, and he needs to be taken off the street and arrested immediately by all means necessary. He's a murdering little piece of shit. And so is Jabin Allstein. And they are most likely hiding at a guy named Ray Ray's house on East Street that has a deaf white pit bull that lives behind Mamma Mia's restaurant. That's where they all hang out. And this is how they are changing me and deforming me and going through my identity theft. They have use of this. very seriously dangerous tech being used by very seriously dangerous people. I am a revenge retaliation victim for speaking of police crimes, and I am going through my identity theft. I have no feeling or stimulation left in my head in any way, shape, or form from being injured so damn much. Lies against me about being suicidal and self harmer, and that's not true in any way, shape, or form. Lies about me about drugs, and that's not true in any way, shape, or form. I don't do them, I'm against them, and everybody knows me, knows I'm against them. I've lost too many friends and family from this shit, and I want nothing to do with it, not even pills or any kind of synthetics. So 100% bullshit lie against me. Everybody assumes because I had fucking long hair at the time and because of my tattoos that I automatically did that shit or do that shit. I don't. So go fuck yourself with your assumptions and your assumptions about me having long criminal records and histories and psychological records and histories, and none of it is true in any way, shape, or form. And the pieces of shit that cast those lies against me need to fucking prove it. How too convenient that most of the police involved now are transferring to avoid arresting and lawsuits for the crimes that they are guilty of. Spencer Mills, Staff Sergeant's ex-chief or commander. Is Shannon Cork still here? There's Robert, Ken Fuck, Ken Kill, Ken Get Away With It, Money Badge, Family Town Council Lucas, Robert Kane, Stacy, mental health worker, and the whole right side of my head is just burning as I am doing this, all in here. This is all from fucking little piece of shit Tyler Lake and Jason Van Alstyne and the rest of these bastards using R&M on me doing this. My head's been flattened, rounded, elongated, shortened, widened, and everything else in between. And one way or another, you motherfuckers, every one of you, including the police, you will legally pay for what you've done to me. And you are going to pay for what you did to my mother. You had her murdered for your fucking revenge. And so you could do this to me. You were nothing but fucking terrorists. I'm 50 years old. I spoke up to try to save lives, and as a result, this was done to me. And there's not a damn thing I can do about it. So this is how OPP traffic, frame, and they murder their victims right here. And I'm not taking a fall for Tyler Lake, Jabin Allstein, Blair Hardy, or any of the rest of you little fucking punk pieces of shit who are doing this to me while you're being highly fucking protected and drug fed by OPP. You fucking pathetic little bastards. Be safe, everybody. Love all, hate none. This is how OPP traffic, frame, and murder, and they are involved with the murdered and missing. So beware of this. Natives, poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. They know there's no way to cast or fight against or get help when they cast their lies and start their crimes against you. I have been proving it for 3.5 years. You will get no help. Love all, hate none, and you will pay for this. Tyler Legg, Van Alstyne, Waldridge, Hardy, and the rest of you bastards, including the doctors at Lennox and Addington County General Hospital who are involved with this criminally and negligently covering it up, including administration, Wayne Covyduck, and Sarah Fiddler, 2 Paladin security guard, Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, Doctor Joy Hadley, Doctor Pritchard, Doctor Martin, Doctor Waldron, triage nurses Terry, Tanya, and David. They are all involved in aiding OPP and co-committing criminally and negligently covering up their crimes, and OPP in return are covering up OPP or covering up doctors' crimes. And they're all protecting the shit out of Waldridge, Hardy, Lake, and Van Alstyne, and a guy named fucking Ray and his roommate Sam, who are doing this to me. They're also guilty of injuring and torturing my dog as well. So I am the victim of identity theft. There's not a damn thing I can do about it, so remember this, Napanee. Remember this, everybody. This is done to me by the police for revenge through a bunch of junky little fuckers. Tyler Legg, Jabin Alstein, you will pay for this, you little bastards, whether you suck OPP dick or not, you little fuck toys. One way or another, you will be found, you will be arrested, and you will pay for this, you motherfuckers. You're guilty of murdering the entire Wood bloodline by doing this to me, you deforming little pieces of shit garbage. I had no previous internal damages either to me. And Blair Hardy, you're gonna pay for this, you psychotic obsessed little fucking cupcake.